It's a really exciting day for me today, folks, because Bob Ruge, Kebab FPV, just sent me some of these. These are his 5-inch motor. What size is it? He won't say. He doesn't want people to copy the motor. But he claims that this is the best 5-inch motor that you can have. And I'm going to put that to the test today. I'm Joshua Bardwell, and you're going to learn something today. If we look at Bob's motor compared to a typical like 2207 motor, we can see that Bob's motor is a whole lot larger in diameter and flatter. I'm not sure what the actual dimensions are. And in fact, Bob isn't telling because he wants to make it just a little bit harder for people to copy his work. But he is a big proponent of a wider, flatter motor being better. How is it better? I don't know. I'm just going to fly them. That's the test we're doing today. The quadcopter I'm holding right now is the iFlight Cidora SL5-E, and I'm picking this one because I've been flying this quad for over a year. I have 3 of them, and it's not like the best quad in my arsenal, but it's really solid, and it's just been flying it enough that I kind of have a feel for how it flies. And it does not have particularly outstanding motors on it. Not that they're bad, they're just like, they're budget Zing-E motors from iFlight, and they fly fine. They're 2207, 1700 kV. So what I want to do today is I'm going to fly this quad one pack on the way it's always been for me, and then I'm going to put these motors on it. I'm not going to change a single other thing, and I'm going to compare, and I'm going to see what I think. Let's do it. Now, what I want to do with this test, this is obviously not like a rigorous bench test where we're testing the efficiency of the motors and so forth, their thrust. This is very informal, but I've been flying these quads long enough that I have a feel for how they fly, and I just want to, like, if I fly Bob's motors and I go, oh, geez, there's something else here, that's what I'm looking for. Like, how much of a difference am I going to feel? But I'm going to try and give you guys some sample maneuvers that will help highlight the characteristics of the motors. And one of the things Bob says these motors have, his motors, is very good low throttle response, very controllable at low throttle. So that should mean that they're very good at like drop-ins like that and so forth, where you're trying to catch yourself at the bottom of a big drop. This quad flies so good for such a freaking cheap little $200 quad. Like, it's really stupid. I remember when the Immersion RC Vortex first came out, and I thought it was the first ready-to-fly quad that actually was, like, worth a damn. Because all the ready-to-fly quads until then were super cheap and crappy, and just not even worth looking at. And the Vortex flew pretty freaking good. And I thought, man, what a world we live in where a ready-to-fly quad can be worth a damn, and people don't have to build their own quad. And now we got quads like this, and I mean, they're so good. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Big pop. See, I fly this, and I think to myself, what could Bob's motors possibly bring to the table? Because I have no complaints. But you know what? I had no complaints about my PID tune on this quad, and then UAV Tech tuned it, and it got way better. So, maybe that'll happen with the motors. Okay, we're down to 3.5 volts. We've got about 4 minutes of flight time, nothing particularly aggressive. Yeah, we're going to go to the bench and swap these motors out. And we'll see what's what. All right, it's time for the moment of truth. We're going to fly this quad with the FPVCYCLE 5-inch motors on it. A couple notes before we begin. I'm still using the same props, 51477, the JB GemFan props. Bob says these motors are best suited to a lighter prop, like an S3 or an S4 or a 5.1, or even says that they could be used with a new, upcoming, not yet released 5.25-inch prop. I don't know about that, but I'm going to keep as many things the same between these two tests as I can, so I can mostly feel the difference of the motors. Haven't changed the PID tune at all. This is not Mark Spat's UAV Tech's ultra aggressive PID tune. I think that it would be not a good idea to use that. These motors are going to be more powerful, I think. This is my PID tune, which, as we know from the video I did with Mark Spatz, can be taken a fair bit further. So I don't think we're going to be over the edge on the PID tune. By the way, if you want to see how an excellent PID tuner like Mark Spatz tunes this using Black Box, I'll put a link in the video description to that video. He made it fly even better. Make sure my freaking props are on right. Here we go. It's going to take a second to get used to the feel of the throttle position and the hover position. Let's do a punch out, right? Of course we will. We got up there. Was it like ridiculous compared to the others? I don't know. Let's just fly them. They're supposed to have good low throttle control. So in the corners here, I should be able to find my throttle position really well. Oh, that was pretty smooth. Well. Oh, desync. Whoop. To tell you the truth, I kind of expected that this might happen. I had heard some rumors that these motors were desyncing in certain circumstances. I talked to Bob about this, and what he says is that it's just this one batch of motors, and he's working with the manufacturer to figure out why and to fix it. In the meantime, he gave me some BL Heli settings that he says solve the problem, and I've put them on my quad. I'm going to show you what they are, like put them up in a graphic on the screen, and we're going to take this back out. We're going to try to fly it again and give it a fair shake. Let's really give these guys a shaking out. First thing I want to do is I want to see how much sag there is. Like, do they have punch and pickup like big motors do? Wow, they do get up. 3.9? Not like a super amount of sag. Do not put it into the treetop, Bardwell. I really like that move. I'm gonna make it a habit to do that move, unfortunately. The place where you're really gonna feel the low throttle control, oh, very nice. Like coming over a big punch like that, trying to catch yourself right there at the bottom and hit that line, very nice. How about this? No, don't hit the house. Don't hit my car. Try again. Don't hit my car? What are you doing, Joshua? What line am I trying to hit? You'll also feel low throttle control while doing turns like close to the deck here. Trying to manage altitude very close to the deck, low throttle control will really jump out. But then doing turns like that and needing to get on the throttle, wow. Wow. This doesn't have the same sort of ultra responsive, low latency feel as Mr. Steele's quad. And it also doesn't have the same lightweight flickiness, but it does have some of that same low throttle control. Wow. 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 I mean, it's not as light as... Wow. I'm impressed. Wow. 3.7 volts. Here we go, boys. And just drop right in there, see? Yeah, that's something. Oh, I'm falling over in real life. Yeah. Okay, so we seem to have also fixed the desync problem. Oh shit. How do they corner? It doesn't have that feel of like a 2207, or it doesn't have that feel of a tall stator motor where when you come on, oh, that was close. When you come on, it just kind of jumps off the line, almost like a turbocharger kicking in on a car. It does have the linear feel, oh, 3.4. It does have the kind of linear feel of a wide stator motor, at least as much as placebo, I mean, we can't rule out placebo effect, but it feels pretty good through the turns, very controllable. Kind of want to keep flying it. Nice feel. Oh, 3.3, 3.4. I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done. How long was I flying? And the flight time, 4 minutes, 44 seconds. Although to be fair, I did run the battery down to like 3.3 volts. I was almost about to kill it. But I think I got 4 minutes on the 2207s. I think it's probably fair to say that the flight time is about the same, not definitive. You would say, well, if you're gonna put giant motors like this on here, is the flight time gonna get much worse? It doesn't seem like it did. I'm pretty impressed with these motors. It'd be really interesting to see how they fly with the recommended low pitch prop or even this experimental 5.25 inch prop, but that's gonna be a topic for another day. My first goal when I put these motors on this quad is to say, do I feel a difference? Are they like better than the 2207s? Because those 2207s are pretty good. And I gotta say, I do think I feel some difference. It's hard to know how much of that is placebo effect. I do think I feel some difference in the low-end control, that those big stators giving us more torque and better low-end control. I'm really impressed that Bob has managed to keep the weight of these motors down. They're about the same weight as many typical 2306 motors, even though they're significantly bigger. I don't know how he's done that. There are links to these motors if you want to try them out down in the video description. And if you get the green motors, make sure you do the desync protection stuff that I listed in this video, or at some point in the future, he'll fix that problem, surely, and it'll be fine. Those links are affiliate links, and what that means is, yes, I do have an affiliate link with FPVCYCLE now. So anytime you go shop at FPVCYCLE, click the affiliate link, do your shopping, check out, I get a small commission. It costs you nothing, shows FPVCYCLE that I'm supporting them, that you're supporting them, and I get a small commission to help support me as well. That's gonna do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy flying. Do you see this baby? Isn't he cute? Hit the subscribe button. Join my Patreon. Use my affiliate links, or just keep watching videos. That's better than nothing. Go, go, gaga, subscribe to my daddy.